Hey everybody, so as promised, here is my video of my new 2017 Erin Condren Life Planner. This is the colourful horizontal version of it. It's got the rose gold coil, as you can see here. I'm pretty happy with the coil overall. It's in pretty good shape. The only issue is where it bends over. It goes a little bit kind of rough around there, a little bit scratched, which I think I was kind of expecting, to be honest, with it being the rose gold. I think that's just an issue they have. It's not ideal, but I can live with it because I think the rose gold's really pretty. Anyway, let's have a look inside. So we start off, we've got this new board here. They never used to have this. It just used to be the same pattern or similar on the inside, but now they've got a space here for you to write on lines with their new dry erase markers. I'll do a video separately showing you how that all works. So you've got your vellum cover here like we had last year, but with a different design, and your page there just to put on your name and all the rest of it, your contact information, and then you've got this nice 2-page kind of quote going on, and this is last year's 2-page quote, so this year's much more colourful. And then we've got the little calendar things, one for every month of the year. This is this year's and this is last year's. So as you can see, this year's is a little bit different. It's a bit more colourful. I quite like what they've done with the watercolour, but it's not too different really. It's kind of similar, I guess. And then after this, we have the little kind of goal boxes, I'm going to call them, because that's what they were kind of designed for, I think. Certainly last year that's what they appeared to be for. And this is the difference. Last year they were sort of taller but a lot narrower. This year they take up more of the space. Still the same number of them, but you've got more room to write things in, so that's pretty positive. And then we go straight into the months, and you've still got your lined paper, one for every month. Very handy, I always think. Still got the quotes, different design, more of a kind of watercolour thing going on. Whereas last year you had kind of just a plain background, and this year it's like the watercolour, different kind of fonts and things. So yeah, so there's a bit of a difference there. This is the monthly view here, and I will show you the monthly view of last year's. This is the vertical, so there may be some difference to the horizontal, I'm not sure, for last year. But as you can see, the colours have changed slightly. This year you've got like 2 different shades of blue. Last year you've got 2 completely different contrasting colours. The goals section has changed. Last year it just said goals, you had all the lines, and this year it's goals and to do, so you've got a little bit less space, as you can just see there. A little bit less space because the goals section is kind of bigger, but it's no biggie, it's nothing major, but worth noting the differences. So we're going to dive right into it. As you can see, they're still doing a bit of a transition from one month to the next. It blends in really nicely because they've got the watercolour in the background, which I think is really nice. I like how they've done that. I like the layout of the horizontal. It's going to be quite exciting to plan in a different life planner. I've really enjoyed using my vertical, but with the vertical you don't have any lines. So one of my reasons for going for the horizontal is because it's got lines. I also like how it's got, as well as the lines, these little boxes, so I'm thinking they'll be great for maybe meal planning ideas or keeping track of something different, and also for stickers and things, like little quote stickers and stuff. That would be really nice. I'm also kind of tempted now by the hourly. It wasn't really top of my list, but I've seen a lot of people plan with the hourly, and I think it's really nice, and I'm kind of wondering whether I should buy one of those as well. I just need to be careful I don't end up with too many planners, because my vertical is 18 months, so I've still got 6 months left of this year. So I'm going to have to work out whether I still go ahead and plan in that as well, or plan in both, or use it for something different. So I'm intrigued if anyone else has the same issue, if anyone else just couldn't wait I mean, I could have got this in a 12-month. I decided to go for the 18-month so I can start using it straight away. So this is why I've ended up with the extra 6 months in both planners. So yeah, I'm intrigued if other people have the same issue and what they do with the two planners, whether they just put one to one side or whether it gets used for something different. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear people's thoughts on that. I'm also interested in whether you went for the colourful or the neutral. I mean, for me, I'm big into colour, so as much as I think the neutral is really pretty, it's mainly blacks and greys with little bits of colour, and I like all the colour. Although I can see a big advantage to having a neutral, because then when you're doing your planning, you're putting your stickers and your washi in, you can pretty much use any colour and it doesn't clash with the background. You don't have to think too much about the backgrounds, and it looks more professional if you have to have an ultra professional kind of planner. Also, I'm intrigued whether people have gone for the black coil, the platinum coil, the gold or the rose gold coil, and I'm intrigued whether you went for hourly or horizontal or vertical. I think vertical is probably the most popular one. I just get that impression when I speak to other planner people, when I read what the comments people have made. So I suspect that that is still the most popular option, but I'm not sure. You can see here as well that for the little events and stuff like April Fool's Day, they put it on a little tab like that, so it's kind of neat. It's there, but it's not like massively in your face, so it's quite good. I mean, I'm from the UK, so I actually use some stickers that mark our UK holidays that are different from the US, for example. Although I do like to have the US holidays there. I think it's really fun to see what kind of events they're celebrating, and I do tend to go to America at least once a year on holiday, so it's nice to know the different holidays and stuff that are going on. Yeah. So I would love it if anyone wants to leave me any comments, start a bit of a discussion about what planner you're going for or have gone for and why. I mean, in terms of ordering it, I ordered this on launch day, the 1st of June. It arrived on the 24th of June, but I am here in the UK, so it takes a few days extra than it would do anywhere else. It actually shipped on the 22nd. No, it didn't ship on the 22nd. Shipped on the 21st. So yeah, it took like 4 days. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. You can't argue with that at all. So yeah. As always, there'll be a link in the comments section. If you haven't got an Erin Condren account, if you want to set one up, you get $10 if you use my link off your first order. So that's always worth doing. I get $10 as well, which means if I get some credits, then I can buy extra planners and planner accessories, show you new videos on how I use them, and kind of haul videos, check them out, that kind of stuff. So yeah, quite exciting always rounds. I now have a planning website, which is planningwithcrystal.wordpress.com. There'll be information about that also in the section under the video if you want to check that out. Or if you're watching the video already on my channel, I also have a YouTube channel, Planning with Crystal, as well. So if you want to check them out, I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, and all the information for them will also be underneath this video. So yeah, and if you want to see more of my planner videos, plan on doing weekly plan with me's, all kinds of things like that, then if you just want to subscribe over on YouTube, then you won't miss any of the videos. You can also subscribe so you get notified when I put up a new post on my website. So yeah, okay, so we're now hitting the note section. So you've got 6 of the line sheets, so there's 2, 4 and 6 line sheets, and then you've got 4 of the squared ones, which I find is really handy for things like budgets and money planning, that kind of stuff. And then you've got just the plain ones, which I think are really pretty with the watercolour design there at the top. And then finally, and I think this is really quite exciting, this is the 2018 little calendars and for planning ahead. And I'm going to show you what it looked like last year, just in case you haven't seen it or you didn't have one last year. So last year we got this. So all of 2017 was all on one page. Now for 2018, because we've spread it across two, you've got so much space to write stuff. Last year you had no space, it was pretty much just monthly calendars, that's it. Whereas for this year, you've got 4 lines under each of them. And you've also got on each side a box here in the coming year. So you can make lots and lots of notes for 2018 for any like really organised people, you know. And then you go over to this page and last year's looked like this. So again, more colour this year, so that's good. Last year's stickers started off like this and this year's start off like this. So a little bit of difference. These are your mani-pedi doctor stickers. You kind of had a bit of those last year, so not that different, just different kind of colour schemes, as you can see that. And then in here you go to the blank plain rectangular coloured sheets, which ultimately you also got in last year's. Again, some colour variations. So those were last year's. And then new for this year, you have some flagged ones, which are a little bit more exciting. So these, as you can see, are these little flags. So they're real cute. And some plain flags as well. So they're a little bit more exciting, I think. And then we go over into the pockets. So the pocket has changed from last year. I mean, they always change in terms of colour design, but it's also changed in terms of the way the pocket works. Last year, it was completely kind of connected there on the coil. So you could open it, but not that much. And this year it's not, so it totally opens on that side. And then on the back, I will show you that in just a second. On the back, you've got a much shallower pocket there for this year. I do think it's much prettier, to be fair. And for last year, it was, again, a connected pocket. It was much deeper, as you could see, last year. This year, it's not really very deep at all, so depending on what you want to put in there, I don't think it'll fall out, but it kind of depends what it is. Certain things might do, so something to bear in mind if that really bothers you. So this is a perpetual calendar. You get this in every life planner, and you have done for some time. I certainly got one last year. The only thing that's really changed is the kind of design. So now you've got this kind of gold accent, and you get that regardless of which of the planners you go for. It doesn't matter which coil, which cover, everyone gets the same one of these with the metallic accents for this year. So that's really nice. Inside as well, you've got more of the mid-century circles design. And then for every month of the year, it's numbered according to how many days there are in each month. So this is really handy for if you've got anything coming up on those days you want to note down separately, maybe birthdays, anniversaries, all that kind of stuff. There's also a space at the back here. There's a section for important contacts and important passwords, and also all the different holidays and dates throughout the year. Again, with the really nice watercolour and the mid-century circles design. So that's quite nice. Like I said, it comes in every single one. And then another thing I wanted to mention to you, last year, you've got a pocket like this, which was fastened in. Couldn't really take it out unless you cut it out. Got various bits and bobs included. And it opened, and it was never easy to open by pulling it apart like that. This year, they've kind of improved upon it. And this year, again, same one in every planner, you get this pouch, the plan for it pouch they're calling it. So it opens in a much better way because it's like a zip opening. And also, you also get this coil clip here. And how that works, it's got a sticky bit on there. So you can either stick it on the front or the back of the pouch, however you want to stick it. And then it will clip in at the front or the back of your planner or wherever you want to. Or you can keep it completely separate, use it for something else. It's totally up to you. Really handy for stickers and stuff like that. But you've got a lot more flexibility this year for that. So you get a clip included so that you can clip it wherever you want or not. you get a card explaining the gifts. And as you can see on here, you get some pay it forward cards, which are these right here. They are 2 coupon codes, one for you and one for a friend, and it's 20% off the Erin Condren website, so that's pretty handy. You get 3 compliments cards. These are really nice to give someone and to brighten their day. And on the back, they're kind of blank, so you can put like a message on or whatever. And this is the cutest. It's a little sample sticker book. It's even foiled stickers and kind of like washi strips. So nice. I love that. That's the best bit of it. It really is. So it's pretty exciting. So if you would like to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel or to my blog, you'll be kept up to date with all my other videos and posts, and there's going to be lots of them. Look, another space to write with my new board pens. I'm excited to test those out for you as well. This is blank as well, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, go ahead, leave me some comments, subscribe, and I will be seeing you again soon in another video. Planning with Crystal.